Jonathan Wheatley just walked away from Audi, and the timing couldn't be more suspicious. Audi confirmed it on March 20th. Their team principal, the man they poached from Red Bull less than a year ago, has left with immediate effect. Personal reasons, they said. Mattia Binotto takes over. End of story. Except it's not the end of the story, because within hours, reports started flooding in from Sky Sports, Racing News 365, Total Motorsport, and GP Blog, all pointing to the same destination, Aston Martin. Jonathan Wheatley is being linked to the team principal role at Silverstone, the role currently held by Adrian Newey. And if you've been watching Aston Martin's catastrophic start to the 2026 season, none of this is surprising. Let's be clear about something right away. This isn't confirmed. Lawrence Stroll hasn't announced it. Wheatley hasn't signed anything. But when a veteran team boss suddenly exits a project he joined less than 12 months ago, when he's known to want to return to the UK from Switzerland, and when the team being linked is drowning in operational chaos, you start connecting dots. Sky Sports reported it directly. Should Wheatley join Aston Martin as team principal, it would allow Adrian Newey to focus on car development after a poor start to the season. GP Blog went further, stating that while it's early to say it's a done deal, Wheatley is on the team's radar as Aston Martin actively explores the market for Newey's successor. The speculation isn't coming from nowhere, and the reason it's gaining traction has everything to do with what's happening at Aston Martin right now, because Adrian Newey is in trouble. Not the kind of trouble where you design a slow car. The kind where your drivers are retiring from races because the vibrations are so severe they're losing feeling in their hands and feet. Aston Martin's 2026 season has been a disaster. Not disappointing. Not underwhelming. A full-blown, code-red, crisis-level disaster. And it all traces back to Honda. The power unit vibrations are so bad that Fernando Alonso retired from the Australian Grand Prix on lap 37, unable to continue. Lance Stroll finished but wasn't classified, crossing the line 15 laps behind. In China, both drivers retired again. Alonso made it to lap 32 before the vibrations became unbearable. Stroll's car gave up on lap 9 with a suspected battery issue. This isn't a development problem. This is a safety concern. Mirrors are falling off. Taillights are detaching. Drivers are genuinely worried about permanent nerve damage from the relentless shaking. Honda is running their power unit at 75% capacity in qualifying and 50% in the race just to keep the cars on track. And here's the kicker. Newey saw this coming. He explained it himself after the problems became undeniable. When they reformed, a lot of the original group had, it now transpires, disbanded and gone to work on solar panels or whatever, Newey said about Honda. So a lot of the group that reformed are actually fresh to Formula One. They didn't bring the experience that they had previously. Honda lost most of their experienced personnel during their exit after 2021. When they returned in 2023, they came back with only about 30% of the original team. And they came back under the budget cap, which meant they were rebuilding from scratch, while rivals like Mercedes had continuity and unlimited spending through 2021 and 2022. If you want the full story behind Aston Martin's struggles and what's next for the team, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. We're covering every development as this unfolds. The result? Aston Martin is running a power unit that's fundamentally flawed. They're not just slow, they're dangerous. And no amount of Adrian Newey's aerodynamic genius can fix an engine that shakes itself apart. This is why the Wheatley rumours matter. Because Newey became team principal in November 2025, replacing Andy Cowell, who was moved sideways into a new strategic role. It was supposed to be the masterstroke, the greatest designer in Formula One history taking full control. But 3 months in, it's clear something isn't working. Newey is a technical visionary. He's not an operations manager. He's not a trackside strategist. He's not the guy who coordinates between departments, manages race day decisions, and keeps a team functioning under pressure. That's never been his strength. And right now, Aston Martin needs someone who can do exactly that. Enter Jonathan Wheatley, a man who spent 19 years at Red Bull, the last 8 as sporting director. A man who was instrumental in 6 Constructors' Championships and 8 Drivers' titles. A man known for lightning-fast pit stops, bold strategy calls, and ruthless execution. Wheatley is the opposite of Newey. Where Newey creates, Wheatley executes. Where Newey designs, Wheatley delivers. They worked together at Red Bull for nearly 2 decades. They know each other's strengths. And if You're Lawrence Stroll watching your billion-dollar investment fall apart in real time. Bringing in someone who can run the team while Newey fixes the technical mess makes perfect sense. Wheatley's departure from Audi gives you everything you need to know about his priorities. He joined Sauber in April 2025, just before the team transitioned into Audi for 2026. He was based in Switzerland, but Sky Sports confirmed what everyone suspected. Wheatley has been keen to return to the UK. He lasted less than a year. That's not someone who's committed to a long-term project. That's someone who took a job, realised it wasn't the right fit, and started looking for an exit. And then came Lawrence Stroll's statement, released on March 20th, the same day Wheatley's departure was confirmed. Coincidence? Maybe. But the timing is notable. With the current speculation surrounding Adrian Newey's role in our team, I want to take this opportunity to set the record straight, Stroll said. As executive, chairman and controlling shareholder, I would like to reaffirm that Adrian Newey is my partner and an important shareholder. He is AMR's managing technical partner, and he and I have a true partnership built on a shared vision of success for the company. Notice what Stroll didn't say. He didn't say Newey will remain team principal. He didn't deny that changes are coming. He called Newey the managing technical partner and emphasized that his primary focus is on the strategic and technical leadership where he excels. That's not a denial. That's a repositioning. Stroll is already framing Newey's role around technical work, not operational leadership. He's setting the stage for a structure where Newey focuses on what he does best while someone else handles the day-to-day running of the team. The statement ended with this: "We are regularly approached by senior executives of other teams who wish to join Aston Martin Aramco, but in keeping with our policy, we do not comment on rumour and speculation." Translation: we're not confirming anything, but we're also not denying anything. Total Motorsport put it bluntly. The early months of Formula One's new era have already triggered a dramatic reshuffle at the top of the grid, with Jonathan Wheatley leaving Audi to take on a pivotal role at Aston Martin following Adrian Newey's sudden step back from team principal duties. Racing News 365 was more cautious but equally clear. It has been assumed that Wheatley's exit would pave the way for the Englishman to reunite with Newey at Aston Martin following their prior 19 years together at Red Bull. Even GP Blog, known for breaking exclusives, said, "Wheatley is on the team's radar as Aston Martin explores options for Newey's successor, with the final decision resting with Newey and Stroll as co-owners." So where does that leave us? With a team in crisis, a legendary designer struggling in the wrong role, a veteran operations chief who just walked away from his current job, and an owner who's issued a statement that sounds more like preparation than denial. Both drivers have retired from races. The car is literally falling apart on track. Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll have both failed to finish in China, and Alonso couldn't complete the Australian GP either. Lawrence Stroll didn't build a state-of-the-art factory and hire Adrian Newey to finish 8th. He didn't invest billions to watch Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll park their cars on the side of the track because the vibrations are too severe. Something has to change. And if the reports are true, if Wheatley does join Aston Martin and take over the team principal role, it would give Newey the freedom to do what he does best: solve the technical nightmare that is the AMR26. But until Stroll or Wheatley say it officially, we're left with speculation. Well-sourced speculation. Logical speculation. Speculation that makes complete sense given everything we know about Aston Martin's struggles, Newey's strengths, and Wheatley's sudden availability. The dominoes are falling. Wheatley left Audi. Stroll released a carefully worded statement. The paddock is buzzing, and Aston Martin desperately needs someone who can stabilise the chaos. Whether that someone is Jonathan Wheatley or not, one thing is certain: the current structure isn't working. And in Formula One, when something isn't working, you fix it fast or you fall further behind. Aston Martin can't afford to wait much longer.